Well, what do we have here?
All right, welcome back to Last Call. Tesla hailing its Cybertruck as durable, adaptable, and ready for anything, kind of like us. But according to a viral video on social media, or just a video on social media, anything does not necessarily include snow. Now, the video you're seeing is a Cybertruck struggling to move on what appears to be a relatively snowy driveway with a slight incline. Now, this was not the only video that surfaced showing a Cybertruck struggling in the snow. Back in December, a video showing a Cybertruck.
So many things going on right now. The first, why is this being featured on CNBS? A finance-focused member of the H-Stream media? Second, do we not know about snow tires? Just about any vehicle is going to struggle driving up or down an incline when it's covered in snow with inappropriate tires. And the final thing, of course, the video that has just popped up on screen now, which many of us will have seen, a Cybertruck prototype not configured to be off-road, not with suitable tires, getting towed by, I believe, an F-150. Made for a viral moment on social media, but context, very important. Again, I just have to ask the question, why is this on CNBS again? Oh, wait, it's because Tesla doesn't spend money advertising. I'm just kidding, that would never influence their reporting at all. Back to CNBS.
Cybertruck being pulled out by a Ford pickup truck after sliding off a snowy trail, made the rounds, of course, through social media. So does the Cybertruck have a snow problem? Investors and prospective buyers definitely are maybe seeing this kind of stuff. Could it affect the way they think? Let's take it to our next guest. Joining us now, Deepwater Asset Management Managing Partner Gene Munster and Haggerty Auto journalist and editorial video producer Jason Camisa.
All right. I've got a funny feeling Jason is about to spit some facts and dump a large helping of logic here. Could be wrong, but thus far, Jason has proven himself to be quite reasonable. Somebody with a brain that works and he regularly employs. Looking forward to hearing what he has to say about this moment and this coverage of a vehicle with unsuitable tyres in unsuitable conditions, struggling like any other vehicle would.
Jason, I'm going to start with you. Okay, I've raced cars for 25 years, and I know a little something about cars, driven an awful lot of them in all kinds of conditions. And everybody's going after the Cybertruck, the Musk haters, like, ha, like the kid from The Simpsons.
That was actually pretty hilarious. And I think maybe even Brian's about to go there as well and go, oh, hey, you drive any vehicle without suitable tyres in snow, you're going to struggle. Pretty ironic, though, that it's still being featured, but let's see what he's got to say.
I would say this. Any really heavy car with a lot of torque is going to have a hard time in the snow, whether it's a Cybertruck or another truck, right?
Right.
Right. Impressive moment of reasonableness here, but again, the fact that this is being featured on CNBS in the first place, yikes. Must have been a very quiet news day.
I mean, look, everyone gets to say, ha, 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 look at the Cybertruck, which looks like it couldn't get Cyberstuck. And the problem here is that if everyone posted a video every time an F-150 got stuck in the snow, TikTok servers would explode. Jason
just spat some massive facts. But of course, Ford doesn't draw so many eyeballs to advertisers. And speaking of advertisers and Ford is one of the major advertisers in the fake news who, despite claims to the contrary from many well-meaning dimwits out there, companies spending 9 figures plus advertising on certain networks are likely to influence the editorial content about said companies on said networks. They do, after all, know who butters their bread at CNBS.
I mean, this is just because all eyes are on the Cybertruck, based on how it looks.
Once again, Jason nailed it. The irony of ironies is they're discussing the only reason that this is being featured and going viral on social media, allegedly, is because it's a Cybertruck, because all eyes are on Cybertruck. Meanwhile, CNBS is literally running a segment on this video of the Cybertruck because, of course, all eyes are on the Cybertruck. Kind of reminds me of the Tesla driver crashes into, Tesla vehicle crashes, Tesla crashes coverage throughout the H-Stream media constantly when any vehicle that happens to be produced by Tesla is involved in any incident, yet if any other vehicle is involved in an incident, the brand is never mentioned, certainly not in the headlines, certainly not the leading word. But of course, that also has nothing to do with the fact that Tesla doesn't spend advertising money in the H-Stream media or anywhere, and all of the other automotive companies do, because totally that would never influence any of the coverage, like I mentioned. In case you missed it, half a decade ago, Larry Ellison on Elon Musk.
What you really want to know, if I'm an investor, by the way, my second largest investment, I will disclose it now, I'm not sure how many people know. I'm very close friends with Elon Musk, and I'm a big investor in Tesla. And so Tesla had a good day. and and I think Tesla has a lot of upside.
So just for context, these comments from Larry Ellison back in 2018, in which he said and disclosed that Tesla was his second largest investment, number one, of course, being Oracle, company he founded, suggested that Tesla had a lot of upside when the stock was split adjusted, early 20s, mid to high teens. Good call, Mr. Ellison. By the way, I remember at the time, I believe that he had invested over $1 billion in Tesla stock, made a solid 10x on that or so. Not bad, Larry.
Do you know the most popular car by revenue in the United States over the last 3 months? The number one car in the United States by revenue, and the Tesla Model 3 outsold in revenue. Forget about Ford and GM; they weren't even close.
So this was 2018, and Larry was in fact telling the truth. His comments about forget Ford and GM aged like a fine wine. This was a pretty important insight into the future of Tesla. Model 3 already best-selling vehicle by revenue. Now, we are referring to a small region in a small portion of planet Earth, but this was a sign of things to come. We now know, as I record this, early 24, that Tesla's Model Y was the best-selling vehicle on the planet. Not by revenue, but units. Tesla's Model 3, best-selling vehicle by revenue, about half a decade ago, small pocket of Earth. Fast forward, Tesla's Model Y now the best-selling vehicle by units and far and away by revenue on Earth. And by the way, sales will only grow from here.
Outsold Honda and Toyota. I loved all the articles about, and I would, Elon doesn't know what he's doing, the pictures of him smoking dope, and the Wall Street Journal, writing all these articles. He's going to have to go out for money. I'm really smart. I work for the Wall Street Journal. I know.
Larry's assassinating these fucking morons in the fake news. I love it. Hilariously, just a few days ago, the same publication of fake news, the Wall Street Journal, attacking Elon Musk with a hit piece regarding potential use of psychedelics. Wall Street Journal was trash in 2018 and it's still trash today. Trash that's headed for inevitable extinction. Thank fuck.
I know a lot about writings for the Wall Street Journal. This is not going to endear us to the Wall Street Journal, though I read it every day. I do. It's my favorite newspaper. I'll be honest. It's my favorite newspaper. It's my favorite newspaper. That's my favorite newspaper. More than The Economist now. And then people, he's going to have to go out for more money. This is all nonsense. And I said, who are you? This guy's landing rockets. He's landing rockets on robot drone rafts in the ocean. And you're saying he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, who else is landing rockets? You ever land a rocket on a robot drone? Who are you? I mean, okay, you're telling me he's an idiot. I just want to know who you are so I know why should I believe you as opposed to my friend Elon, and we're out here watching this rocket land, which I think is really cool. And you're there in front of your Apple Macintosh and typing up an article saying Elon's an idiot.
This is legendary, man. Larry, absolute monster. Now, I have to say it, there are a few diamonds in the rough, but it's got to be at least 95+% of journalists in the mainstream media are useless nobodies who've accomplished nothing in their lives and spend the majority of their days targeting and attacking people and often causes that are having a massive positive impact at scale. We've seen an excellent example of this through the lens of knowing what Tesla are doing and who Elon Musk is, the reality versus the false narrative being spread by most of the hate stream media who hate you and hate humanity. A bunch of nobodies, as Larry points out, sitting behind their MacBook, typing out articles explaining why Elon Musk is a moron and why Tesla's doomed. To answer Larry's question directly, who are they? Nobody.
Okay, so, all right. Had to get that. But Tesla had a good day. So, but picking, what quarter, let me tell you something about Tesla. Elon says we're going to get this done, and we'll ramp up the Model 3s by Q3. And he's got the whole Tesla team excited, and we're trying to get this done, and we missed Q3. God damn it! We were going to Q4 for sure. But motivating the team, setting tough goals. But it turned out it's very hard to predict what quarter. So there was some relation to your question, my little riff here. You're saying, okay, what quarter does Oracle just kind of surprise you? Where'd this revenue come from? We weren't expecting. This is not any. This point just kind of snuck onto our chart from nowhere. You quote your revenue is kind of flat, and actually it's not flat. Some things are growing very rapidly, and other things are shrinking, and we're kind of managing to flat. Right? The only way it could be flat for this length of time is if we are kind of de-emphasizing businesses we don't care about, growing businesses we do care about, and going through this transition in a kind of a market acceptable way. And that's what we've been doing, trying to completely raise. So underneath the covers, you get underneath the revenue, and you look at this business. Some of the businesses are exploding. Some of the businesses we just don't care about. We want to shrink them.
Now, Larry is making quite an interesting point here. In my opinion, most of Tesla's future money printers, which today may in fact be a massive negative drag on their financials, are flying almost entirely under the radar. Everyone's eyes seem to be focused on, wait for it, Tesla's gross automotive margins, and again, wait for it, this quarter and next quarter. Meanwhile, Tesla has half a dozen, maybe a dozen plus seeds currently germinating. They're going to explode out of absolutely nowhere in the medium and long term.
We don't. A lot of those businesses we don't care about. Anyway, there's no way until we get the first a few data points on autonomous database to see what the adoption rate is and kind of start to measure the slope of that curve. There's no real way for me to tell you. I mean, is it first calendar quarter in 19? Is it second calendar quarter in 19? I don't know, but I do know, like Elon knows, this is a pretty good product. We got to get it to the market, and we're going to sell a lot of this stuff. I just can't tell you exactly what quarter. Now, actually, when it hits.
Notice again, Larry emphasizing that when predicting these things, can't know exactly when, which seems to grate the folks on Wall Street who need certainty around what's happening this quarter and next quarter, and that's about it. And of course, the self-hating, basement-dwelling Elon's a fraud crew will latch onto any prediction, which, as Larry points out, can never be certain. It's just a prediction, an estimate on a timeline. And if the timeline is missed, the estimate is missed, they will then perform the necessary mental gymnastics to determine that this is proof that Elon Musk is a fraud and a liar and Tesla's doomed. Because the company set a goal, a timeline, with great uncertainty, keyword there, uncertainty, and their estimate was not perfect.
And you get a couple of data points. You get let's say it hits in Q2, and then you get another data point in Q3. You start to sense the slope in the curve. It's growing, and then all you guys can place your bets. But I fully understand somebody who would say, well, I don't see it in the numbers. Hell of a, as I say, nice presentation. When is it going to show up in the numbers? I'm just going to wait to when it's going to show up in the numbers. You can do that. I mean, that's the choice, right? I could have waited in terms of buying a lot of Tesla. I wait until it just shows up in the numbers.
Bro. This is an all-time point that Ellison is making right now. And this is the Wall Street way. You may recall me suggesting that most folks on Wall Street, most investors seem to be of the mindset, you know what, regarding Tesla and autonomy, I'm going to wait until the data turkey slaps me across the fucking face before I recognize the opportunity and begin investing. And rather than attempt to predict ahead of time the probability and weight the probability, how likely, what's the financial impacts ahead of time, why would I do that? That would involve my brain and my balls, thinking and some courage. No, you know what? I'm just going to wait until after the fact when everyone's seen the opportunity and I'm paying significantly more. And of course, there's no right or wrong. I personally am of the same mindset as Larry here. I'd rather look into the distant future, work back from there and look at the opportunity and go, okay, does this make sense? What's the probability? Shit, son, how much? What? When? It's that cheap? Okay. I'm going to keep buying if there is spare cent. Whereas most folks on Wall Street, and I think many retail investors out there in general, would much rather wait until after the fact because that doesn't involve any thinking, just involves a bit of reacting.
Prove to me, but I went. We have dinner at the goddamn Tesla factory. Go to the Tesla factory. I went home. Elon slept there. Go to the Tesla factory. Look at the Model 3 line. Look at the Model 3. Go to the Gigafactory, do all of this stuff, talk to the people, figure out good product, really cool assembly line, Gigafactory, amazing.
One final point I did just want to emphasize here. This is Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle, at Oracle's Open World, an Oracle event talking about, not Oracle, talking about Tesla and Elon and Tesla and his investment in Tesla. Makes you think, doesn't it? Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. It's an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. Certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. It's something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.